traveling to Japan, fitting in can be a real struggle, especially if you can't blend. However, that doesn't mean you can't linguistically blend in. Much of the dialogue in Japanese revolves around humbling oneself. Most people believe that the Japanese just have really low self-esteem, but in all honesty, it's more bragging is rude, so in order not to brag, one must be humble. And I found that using a few common humbling phrases in Japanese not only helped improve my relationships with Japanese people, but also helped them to believe that I spoke Japanese way better than I did at the time. So I'm going to teach you some of those phrases. Just remember, use them wisely. Number 1, yeah. Okay, that isn't a phrase, but it's a good starter when you're about to use a humbling phrase. Whenever someone compliments you for whatever reason, and even if you know you're super awesome at doing the thing, you want to humble yourself. In order to do so, you want to say about 4 or 5 iyas while waving your hand in front of your face like that. Yeah. Then you would continue with a humbling phrase such as, "Sonna koto wa arimasen." This phrase basically means no, that's not true at all. This is a phrase that if you use will make a lot of Japanese people think you speak better Japanese than you might. I learned this phrase when I barely spoke any Japanese, and that is what got me through those taiko lessons where no one spoke English. They would compliment me on my fast learning, and I would always just reply with, yeah, sonna koto wa arimasen. And they thought I spoke really good Japanese, when half the time I did not know a thing they were saying. Number 3. Taishita koto wa arimasen. Taishita koto wa arimasen can be translated to that wasn't anything important or it wasn't that big a deal. This phrase actually earned me 2 new friends while at Tokyo Disney Sea. Story time! I was with my friend at Disney Sea and we were in line for Journey to the Center of the Earth. Now in the line there's actually these elevators and it was my first time on the ride, so I didn't know if the elevators were part of the ride or not. So we get into the elevator with a bunch of people and it starts making these horrible noises and my friend and I are kind of freaking out going, oh my god, are we gonna die? Ah! But then it stopped and the door opened, to which I exclaimed to my friend, "Oh, taishita koto nai ja," which is the informal way of saying taishita koto wa arimasen. And a very lovely young couple near us just exploded with laughter. And from then on we became line buddies for the rest of the day. Humbling phrases, making friends since 2011. You can also use this phrase when you've made things like cookies or something for your coworkers or classmates. And when they explain how wonderful the food is and how hard you must have worked, you can just reply with taishita koto wa arimasen. Look at you acting all humble when you secretly know you could totally win MasterChef. Number 4, mada mada desu. Mada mada desu can be translated to not there yet. So if someone compliments you on your Japanese, you can just say, yeah, mada mada desu. Which would mean in that context, no, I'm still learning or I still have a long way to go. A simple but effective phrase. Number 5, desu ka. Technically not a phrase, but if you attach it to the end of your sentences, it makes the phrase more humble. For example, when you're inviting someone into your house and you may have spent all day cleaning and making sure everything was spotless before they came, it is customary to say to them, "Kitenai tokoro desu ga dozo," which means it's kind of messy, but come on in. Or perhaps you're helping someone with work. You can then say, "Ochikara ni nareru ka wakarimasen ga ganbarimasu," which means I don't know how much help I'll be, but I will do my best. Basically, one of the functions of the particle ga is to act like but. Like B-U-T, not the other kind of but. And there you have it, you are now 5 humbling phrases closer to blending in Japan. If you have further questions, you can reach me down in the comments below or on Facebook, Tumblr, and Twitter, and I will see you next time, cuties. Bye! Four or 5 iyas while waving your face in front of your hand. Waving your face in front of your hand. We're gonna wave your face in front of your hand. Oh my god.